In this short video, I will cover how to analyze a dish composed of multiple sub-recipes. The example is a more complex recipe analysis due to multiple sub or smaller recipes contained within a main or master recipe. I will use chicken fried rice as an example. To make our recipe analysis as accurate as possible, we need to separate the dish into its composite sub-recipes. As a rule, you need a new recipe for each cooking vessel or pot involved in the recipe creation process. For example, a recipe for rice, a recipe for meat or any vegetables, and then these would be combined into one master final recipe for the fried rice. Let's start with the sub-recipe for cooked rice. Start by creating a new recipe from the Start menu or from the New Recipe button within a recipe group. Give the recipe a name and add a description if you wish. Search for ingredients on the left and drag and drop them into the recipe workspace. The first ingredient would be the raw rice. Next, add the quantity of uncooked rice used and the cooking method boiled to account for any changes in nutritional content. Make sure you add a weight after cooking or a weight change factor to the recipe. To keep this as accurate as possible, we recommend weighing your strained rice after cooking. Where this is not possible, Nutritics has some sample weight change factors available. You can see these by clicking the weight change factor field or weight after cooking. Find the appropriate cooking method, in this case for boiled basmati rice. Click this to input it into the weight change factor box. Finally, add your servings or any other properties to the recipe. You can input the serving size in the food labeling section or the modifier and properties section. You can also scroll to the top to add any additional servings such as a small serving, a large serving, takeaway box, etc. Scroll back down to the recipe workspace and go to the allergens tab. The allergens will pull across from the foods used, and it's important to revise these to ensure that they are appropriate. These allergens will pull across to our final master recipe where the boiled rice is used. In this case, there are no appropriate allergens, but if there were, we can open the food directly from the recipe ingredients and attach the allergens to the food. At this stage, you can add any additional fields such as a photo, custom fields, a short name, or grouping the sub-recipe. Now that we've analysed the cooked rice, this is ready for use in our master recipe. Before creating the master recipe for fried rice, we must consider other components that need to be created. For example, any cooked meat or vegetables. In this case, it would be another sub-recipe. Create a new recipe from your Start menu and give it a name. Add the meat to the recipe by searching on the left and dragging and dropping. Add any additional ingredients the meat might be cooked with, such as vegetables. Next, consider what cooking methods are used. Alternatively, you can add these items to the sub-recipe in their cooked form if available. If you're frying the meat, add oil to the recipe as instructed. As before, input a recipe serving size, weight after cooking, and revise the allergens. Finally, you can create the fried rice master recipe by inserting these two sub-recipes and their quantities. Click Start again, add a name and an optional description. Search for the sub-recipes that were previously created. If the sub-ingredients are cooked again, be sure to attach any additional cooking methods or weight change factors. Add any other ingredients such as garnish or sauces and serving sizes to complete the process. You are now free to add any additional information to your master recipe like before.